Good afternoon, Rebecca Vigas here. Wanting to talk to you about getting started writing. Biggest question I ask is, how do I start? Where do I start? So, I'm going to talk about that today and give you some suggestions. First, you start with an idea. No idea, no place to start. Write down everything you can think of about your idea. And I do mean everything you can think of should go on your on a piece of paper, into your computer, wherever you're putting it. Everything you know. Don't know something? Gonna have to research. But starting with everything that you know, what do you want to convey to your readers? What do you want them to get from this? If it's comedy, you better be good at writing comedy and having people laugh. Otherwise, they won't. I have read books by authors where I laugh, I cry, I shake my head going, no way. But all in all, I have enjoyed what I read. Okay, you've got your idea, you've written everything you know about your idea. Where do you start? At the beginning. What motivates your character to take action? And your first 2 or 3 lines better grab me. For example, you're driving in a car, or your character is, and it's raining cats and dogs, and you can barely see, but there are taillights back a ways that have been following you for a while, and you take a cutoff. And you get about 3/4 of the way down this cutoff, and you can't go any farther because you're stuck in the mud. And here come these same headlights that have been following you all along. A, is your character male or female? That's going to determine the kind of action. A male is most likely going to flag down this other vehicle and ask for some help. A female has two choices. She can stay and hope they're offering help, or she can flee. What does she do? And that action, say it's a female and she flees, where does she flee to? And what does that action do with the other car? Is the other car even really following her? Each action that your character takes leads to a reaction. The reaction either has an issue or creates an issue or is resolved and something else happens. If your character's a male and he stays, are these friends or foe? Why are they following him? Why are they following her? What happens when they discover she's not with the car? It's raining. Do they pursue her or do they just get the heck out of there? If it's a guy, do they offer him help? Or they are they after him for some nefarious crime? Maybe he owes them money for gambling. Maybe he borrowed money from a loan shark and thought he could get out of it, but the loans come due. You have to decide what makes it work and what doesn't. When I started Secrets, and it was about a beloved librarian, my first attempt had her knowing the secrets of everyone in town. That's not gonna make her beloved by anybody. That's gonna make her, when is she gonna let that slip? And how do I prevent it? Didn't take me long to figure out that wasn't going anywhere. Because if she knew everybody's secrets, nobody would care if she died. She'd be taking them with her to her grave. Everyone would go on about their happy little lives. And that didn't work. It didn't work as a story. It didn't work as a short story. It just didn't work. Oh, wait. She had a secret, and others in town had secrets because small towns do. Can't get around it. Small towns do. Small communities do. Large cities have secrets, but no one cares. Not unless it affects them directly. So take your idea, write down what you know. Ask yourself, what am I telling my reader and what do I want them to get from this? Is it a mystery, thriller, suspense? Is it science fiction? Has this person escaped from jail, prison, an asylum? There are lots of ways you can go on just that little bit. And you truly don't need me to feed you writing prompts. Writing prompts come from everyday life. Pick up a newspaper where something suspicious has happened. Because the newspapers and the police aren't going to give you all the things that you need to know to solve a crime. They're going to hold something back. So take that something and make it the story. And you create the something they're holding back. Writing is not a chore. If you do morning pages every day, the more you write, the better you get. Morning pages, for those who don't know, are 3 handwritten back and front notebook pages. So actually writing 6 pages. Set yourself an extra 30 minutes in the morning. Take your cup of coffee before anybody else wakes up, or tea, as the case may be, or your bottle of water, or whatever it is you have first thing in the morning. Take that, take your pen and your paper, and find a quiet spot and write. Brain dump everything that's bothering you right onto this page. This is not for someone to read. This is yours. And you may have an idea and you might generate it right there in your morning pages. And then later come back and take that idea to create something, a short story, an ebook, a full-fledged novel. Now that your first novel is not going to be done in 21 days. Mine was, but it was a fluke, let me tell you. It was a fluke that it was done in 21 days. I kamikaze wrote every spare minute I had. I came home from work and I started in. Took a break, made dinner, and was back at it till bedtime. I did that 5 days a week. Saturday and Sunday, I pasted my butt to the chair and I got up for bathroom breaks, lunch, and dinner. I had breakfast before I sat down. And that was it. That's what I did for 2 whole days. You can get a lot of writing in when you're writing 12-hour days. That's senseless. Don't do it. Do it for fun if you want to, but don't do it with your books. You will burn out. You need to take time with them and develop your characters. Get to know them. Know them as if they are people you might meet on the street. Imagine that. Your characters could be people on the street. And when you're done, when you've come to a conclusion in your story, you're done. 50,000 word novel is approximately, what they say, 175 pages. If you figure 250 words to a page, 50,000 words divided by 250 gives us a 200-page novel. That's about where it should be. So, can you write 50,000 words? You can't write 50. Sure, you can. All it takes is determination. Once you set on this path, you need to finish it. Don't walk away from it. Don't walk around it. Write the book. When you have given it all you can give it, print it out and go back through and look for mistakes, because you didn't do that along the way. No, you just wrote. You're not editing while you write. You're just writing. You can edit later, because editing is something totally different. And once you have edited your book, find an editor. Somebody you'll have to pay to edit your book. Pay attention to their edits. They're trying to make your book better. They're not hacking at you. They're not saying you're a bad writer. They're trying to make your book better. Now, as long as they haven't totally changed your book and made it something else, you can take their edits. You can discuss their edits with them, which is always a good thing. Find somebody you can work with, because this editor who you're paying wants you to refer other people to them. And if they don't make you look good, it's not going to happen. Nobody's getting referrals. Nobody's getting repeat customers. Editors are unique and they bring something to the table. So get an editor. If you have questions, please ask them. Leave them in the comments if you're watching a replay. I'll go back and check. I'll read your comments. I'll answer them then, but I'll also answer them on air if you have questions. Because if you have the question, at least 5 other people listening have that same question. Have a great day. See you here tomorrow, 2 p.m.